all the plants and fish in the water due to a rising amount of algae known as algae blooms. This literally kills the environment. It may seem like these are safe, but what happens is these herbicides, pesticides, and insecticides, they go beyond their target weed or insect when they get into the water, and then they kill the whole environment by producing this much algae. And organic agriculture restores these environments because it does not use any of these pesticides or anything, and so it allows the aquatic environments to rebuild. My final argument for organic food is about the animals. As farms have become more commercial, animals are considered more of a commodity than an actual living, breathing animal. As a result, these animals are treated inhumanely and cruel. I love animals, and once I learned how they were treated, I was sick to my stomach. They are in such awful conditions, it's almost impossible to believe that anyone could do what they do to these animals. I'm not telling you to become a vegetarian, I'm not, but there are humane ways to eat meat. Animals raised organically are raised humanely, and that is why they are more expensive. They are not a product to these organic farmers. They are animals that can feel pain. In order to illustrate the cruelty to these animals, I will have to be a little graphic. I will only include information about cows and chickens because I believe that they are the most common. According to Sustainable Table, a common practice on dairy farms is known as tail docking, and this is when the farmer cuts off 2/3 of the cow's tail without anesthetic. And they think that this prevents infection. However, it's actually been shown that it does not prevent infection, and it causes great pain and stress to the animal. And when they don't have their tail, they're no longer able to swat away the flies that are around them. And for this reason, the American Association of Veterinarians opposes tail docking. Cattle are also raised in high concentrations and often suffer diseases of the udder and the foot. This is because they are standing in their own manure and are subject to harsh weather conditions. Cattle are also not allowed to graze and usually are just huddled in large groups with no ability to move. They are given byproduct feedstuffs, which include meat and bone meal. And if you know anything about cows, you know that they are herbivores. Their bodies are not made to process this meat, and therefore it's really hard for them, and they can get diseases, and it's just really bad for these animals. But the worst part comes when they go to the slaughterhouse. They want all the cows to get in there because they're a commodity, and they'll take any cow they can. So if the cow cannot walk or is falling over, they don't care, and they just continue to push these animals through. And it's also been reported that sometimes the slaughterhouses fail to completely stun the animals, and therefore it results in the cow being hung and bled out while they're still conscious. Now on to chickens. Chickens have been bred to reach market weight in half the time than they were in 1940, which just shows how they've become such a commodity. This accelerated growth has been linked to serious deformities and including the loss of the ability to walk. Chickens used in egg production live in cages that are about the size of half of a sheet of paper. So these chickens are living in a little cage about this long. They are starved as a way to increase egg production as well. And broiler chickens, or chickens that are raised to be eaten, are raised in high-density pens with concrete slated floors. Since the chickens are not able to forage and they're in such close quarters, it results in a lot of aggression between the chickens, and they've been known to peck each other to death. And so the way the farmers prevent this is by shaving off the chickens' beaks. And this close quarters is also a haven for disease. And here's a picture of what a chicken coop looks like of organic. As you can see, they're all in very close quarters. This is inorganic. And this is a free-range chicken. Seems nice and happy. Okay. You can help yourself and the environment. Oh, Josh, you need to stop it. So it's 10 minutes. You can help yourself, the environment, and animals by just making one simple choice, and that is organic. It is an easy thing to do. Organic food is more expensive, however, the benefits are endless. And if you are concerned about the price, buy organic items that are the most important. Little guides like this can show you which vegetables have the highest amount of pesticides and the lowest amount of pesticides, so you know which ones that you can use that are the best to buy. and the Environmental Working Group has this on their website. Most grocery stores carry a wide selection of organic produce, but local farmers markets have fresh from local areas as well. Buying local organic encourages and helps your local organic farms and keeps them alive, and so it's important to support these areas. And some people think that they're just one person and that it doesn't really matter if they're organic or not because it won't do anything. But once you choose organic, it's easier for you to convince your family and your friends that it is the right choice. So yes, one person can just make a difference. I know it's hard to go completely organic altogether, but take small steps. Start out slow and the process will get easier. Every little bit helps. It is time to take control of our bodies, the environment, and be the voice of these animals that cannot speak for themselves. We need to let inorganic commercial big business farms know that their practices are hurting everyone, and it's time for a change. It all starts with just one decision, and that is to choose organic. In conclusion, going organic helps your health, the environment, and animals in just one simple decision. And always just remember, it just tastes better.